More news in just a moment.
Woolworths Supermarket Griffith, huge store, but there is bound to be working or shopping there. You know, go on in and feel at home. See for yourself the fabulous specials and tell a friend. Sides of lamb, $1.59 a kilo. IXL jams, assorted variety, 65 cents. Number 15 frozen chickens, $2.69. Woolworths frozen hamburgers, $1.79. And 12-pack cans, Coke, Fanta, Lead and Tab, $2.49. Woolworths, Banner Avenue, Griffith. Go on in and feel at home.
Win an Ansett holiday in the Griffith Co-op's Travel Mania. This week, the prize is a week's holiday to magnificent Magnetic Island for two. You wouldn't believe it's an Ostie. Ostie, the name with the most versatile styles. The range varies so much. There is a frock for mornings, another for the afternoon, and their glorious champagne collection for after 5. See the range of Ostie in the ladies' fashion department. Join in Travel Mania at your store, the Griffith Co-op.
Chrysler's exclusive Astron silent shaft engine, the force within Australia's top-selling 4-cylinder sedan. Beltrami Brothers have the ultimate Astron silent shaft 4-cylinder motors. Economical 4-cylinder motoring from Chrysler Mitsubishi is here.
There has become increasingly complicated and dangerous. The doctor said he couldn't straighten it unless she fell down again. There was also the case of the woman who became pregnant 4 months after being sterilized. By the way, Consumer Affairs says that very few of the complaints it receives are frivolous. You're watching 7 National News.
La Petite Hair cater for the very feminine woman. From style perms and waves to exotic hair design, using the most advanced techniques in hairdressing. Choose the style to suit you, or let Karina or one of her girls advise you. To complement the natural beauty of the correct hairstyle, La Petite offer a facial and manicure service, so you can see the result of the skill and care typical of La Petite. Show the world your own particular feminine beauty with the help of La Petite Hairatorium.
Good evening. That's all in sport. Here's Roger.
Thank you, Gary. And Mike Bailey has, I hope, some improving weather conditions for us in just a moment.
Choi is proud to announce the opening of the Wing Sing restaurant. Wing Sing translates to mean forever successful, and Arthur and his friendly staff will work towards that goal with delicious takeaway foods and a full Chinese and Australian menu in the dining room. They cater for parties and special functions, and you may book your function by phoning 625430. They open from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. 7 days a week, from 5 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. weekdays, 5 to 11:30 Saturdays, and 5 to 9:30 Sundays.
Woolworths Supermarket Griffith is a huge store, but there is bound to be others working or shopping there that you know. Go on in and feel at home. See for yourself the fabulous specials and tell a friend. Sides of lamb, $1.59 a kilo. IXL jams, assorted variety, 65 cents. Number 15 frozen chickens, $2.69. Woolworths frozen hamburgers, $1.79. And 12-pack cans, Coke, Fanta, Lead and Tab, $2.49. Woolworths, Banner Avenue, Griffith. Go on in and feel at home. For down-to-earth advice on your earth-moving problems, contact Graham Stevenson's Plant Hire. They know earth-moving and have the equipment to handle your job quickly and efficiently. When you employ Graham Stevenson's Plant Hire, you have bulldozers, graders, loaders, drag lines for cleaning channels, tipping trucks, vibrating rollers and scrapers working for you. No matter how large or small the job, it'll pay you to contact Graham Stevenson's Plant Hire for a quote. And don't forget, Graham Stevenson's reliable interstate transport can carry anything, anywhere, anytime. Your plant hire or interstate transport problems can be solved by contacting Graham Stevenson's in Lanham Road, Griffith, or phone 624766.
Pleasant day, and I'm talking about the southern inland of New South Wales. Along the coast, certainly some rain, and extending further inland in the part of the state. Indeed, at the moment in Sydney at 17 degrees, it's warmer to the nearest degree than it has been or was in the 9 to 3 period today. A lot of cloud, as the satellite photograph shows, in the eastern part of the state, and also some more moving in from the west. But in between the two, we can look to something of a break tomorrow. A reasonable fall of rain to report for a change here at Scone, 53 millimetres for the 24 hours to 9 this morning, and the heavier concentration of rain during the 9 to 3 period then was mostly along the mid-north coast region, with the exception of Broken Hill, where they had 4 millimetres and in fact topped for the 9 to 3 period. So an interesting area of rain spreading quite a bit inland there in the north of the state, where Walgett had 33 degrees as the maximum today, and Perisher Valley last night the minimum 1 degree. East later in the day with slight seas into low swell, and the temperatures 14 to 20 for the city and 13 to 20 at Liverpool. And that's the rather bleak start to the day tomorrow, but we can look to some clearing later on. Roger.
Thank you, Mike. That certainly sounds a bit better. Meantime, for 7 National News, Roger Clemson. Good night.
MTN 9, in conjunction with the Department of Agriculture and the Bureau of Meteorology, now present the Black Spot Warning Service. Black Spot has not been active, so curative action need not be taken at the moment. However, normal routine sprays should be applied if you are following a protective program. Get the most out of this service. Consult your local horticulturist.
It's the funniest action-packed movie of the year. Clint Eastwood will turn you every which way but loose tonight at the Handview Drive-In. Double with Peter Fonda in Outlaw Blues. Gates and Snack Bar now open 7 p.m. Showtime is at dusk.
Hello there, a lovely spring day in Griffith today, and I hope the viewing will match that day. With Willisey at 7 coming your way first off, and at 7:30 it's the Rockford Files. Tonight's episode is Deuce. The local news and weather follows that, and then your mystery theatre, MacLeod Meets Dracula. Sounds interesting. Vegas follows that, and then we'll be closing down at 11:10. But right now, it's Willisey at 7. You're watching Channel 9.
Hello, thanks for joining us.
Tuesdays at 7:30 on MTN 9, the long-running Australian television drama, The Restless Years. Watch as the dramas unfold of both youth and age. Also witness the happiness of couples, families and friends. Be a part of the restless years. 7:30 Tuesdays on Channel 9.
We're using your position to use up my time to defeat me. So what are you using to defeat me?
The study of law is something new and unfamiliar to most, unlike any other schooling that you have ever known before. First years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll feel every blow. Stay open to all things, unknown and new. And one day, we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through the first year. You teach yourselves the law, but I train your minds. You come in here with a skull full of mush, and if you survive, you leave thinking like a lawyer.
Amongst four-cylinder economy cars, in the classic tradition of Creature from the...
At the Handview Drive-In this Thursday and Saturday only.
Who in the hell is Wendy Millick?
Apple Supermarket are always thinking of more ways to serve you. The latest addition to the complex is the ultra-modern garden centre, designed to satisfy your every gardening need. The indoor section for a full range of indoor plants. The outdoor nursery for a beautiful garden. A huge range of pots and containers. A fertiliser and pest control section. And gardening giftware. This week there's great specials for your spring and summer garden. Selected trees and shrubs were $2.15, now only $1.69. Metro African Violet and Fern Mix, 69 cents. Japanese flowering plum, Prunus nigra, $9.99. A large range of palms from $9.95, plus a full range of Thompson & Morgan seeds, including the popular sprouting seed mix. When you go out to do your grocery shopping at the Golden Apple, don't forget to browse around the new garden centre. It's designed to satisfy all your garden needs.
Suzanne Grey is overstocked. Prices have been slashed to clear for this super sale. The summer's cheeky shorts with exciting new colorways, unbelievable value at $6.99. Sun frocks in this season's bold colors are a crazy low $9.99. Wow! Bargain. Great-looking latest season skirts slashed to only $9.99. Suzanne Grey also has many different styles of the latest fashion dresses at low, low prices. Hurry into Suzanne Grey. There's one near you.
Ray Kernigan, Jet Set Country, album and cassette, available at your favourite record store now.
Yes, folks, we want you on November the 2nd and 3rd, a review theatre restaurant called Fantastic Century. Relive the good old days at the Yanko Agricultural College as they present side-splitting skits, memorable songs, crazy acts, and a 3-course meal. The evening commences at 7:30 p.m. Bring your own liquid refreshments. Tickets are $9 per person with special concessions for children and pensioners, and may be reserved by phoning Vanity Fair on 533319 or Yanko Ag College on 530211.
Crikey, don't die of thirst. Uncle Cheap Grog has never been cheaper. On October the 27th, Uncle Sam's Discount Liquor Bar and Irrigation Way. Bet on it!
She happens to be a he. The name is Wendell. 60 years old, retired, don't know where he's from, maybe back east. Can you check Washington, Social Security?
Maybe he was in World War II. Try the Pentagon. Can you go that far back?
Well, there's not much to go on, but we'll try.
Don't you try.
3.5 horsepower, the 5 horsepower, and the mighty 8 horsepower.
The versatile Victor tillers are available from these leading retailers throughout the Central West.
The Golden Apple Supermarket are always thinking of more ways to serve you. The latest addition to the complex is the ultra-modern garden centre, designed to satisfy your every need. The indoor section for a full range of indoor plants. The outdoor nursery for a beautiful garden. A huge range of pots and containers. A fertiliser and pest control section. And gardening giftware. This week there's great specials for your spring and summer garden. Selected trees and shrubs were $2.15, now only $1.69. Metro African Violet and Fern Mix, 69 cents. Japanese Flowering Plum, Prunus nigra, $9.99. A large range of palms from $9.95, plus a full range of Thompson & Morgan seeds, including the popular Sprouting Seed Mix. When you go out to do your grocery shopping at the Golden Apple, don't forget to browse around the new garden centre. It's designed to satisfy all your garden needs.
From your Sperry New Holland dealer.
For New Holland harvesters, contact Murdoch and Gaffey, Bilbangor Road, Griffith, or Brady Way in Leeton.
Good evening and welcome to Channel 9 News. I'm Dave Stewart. Griffith air travellers will have direct flights to Melbourne morning and night on most days as part of Kendall's Airlines' new route structure. The Managing Director of Kendall's, Mr. Don Kendall, said in Griffith yesterday that the service will begin next Tuesday, the 19th of June. He said the service had been changed to make direct flights between Griffith and Melbourne in the airline's new pressurised Metroliner prop jet. The federal member for Riverina, Mr. Fitzpatrick, has supported proposed changes to the Wheat Industry Stabilisation Act. He said the changes would allow the Wheat Board to borrow money for the first advance payment to growers. Changes also provide a guarantee that the Commonwealth will compensate the board for interest charges incurred in the loans. Mr. Fitzpatrick said the moves were indicative of the economic turmoil in which the nation found itself. He had always been a supporter of the stabilisation schemes and had always been conscious of the fact that sometimes such schemes needed adjustment to meet changing circumstances. Mr. Fitzpatrick said the latest amendments directly related to the government's inability to contain growth in money supply. And still in wheat, conditions for the sowing of wheat in the West Wyalong district have been absolutely ideal and described as farmers as the best in living memory. This was according to West Wyalong's district agronomist, Mr. Norm Markham. Mr. Markham was reporting on seasonal conditions in the district at the end of May. He said that more than 90% of the district wheat crops had been sown during late April to May, which he regarded as a record for the district. The Griffith court was told yesterday that 3 youths bought a deal of marijuana in Griffith's main street last week. An 18-year-old Griffith youth was convicted of having smoked and possessed marijuana at Griffith on Friday. Charges against the 16-year-old youth and a 17-year-old youth of having smoked the drug were adjourned. Stipendiary magistrate Mr. Morris Webster fined the 18-year-old youth $100 for having possessed the drug and $60 for having smoked it. He ordered that a quantity of marijuana be destroyed. Mr. Webster told the youth there was a maximum fine of $2,000 and a maximum jail sentence of 2 years for the offences. Last night in our news, we had a special story about a wonderful lady in Leeton who had attained the age of 100 years. Well, tonight we have an apology to make about that item. We incorrectly reported the lady's name as being Mrs. Ada Boots. In fact, as most of the Leeton viewers knew already, the lady's name is Mrs. Fanny Hensgen, known to most of her friends as Auntie. We do apologise sincerely for the mistake we made last night, but there we are. Mistakes, unfortunately, do sometimes happen. The former Australian rule star, Gus Dallitz, is Leeton's new tourist promotions officer. His appointment was announced yesterday by the Shire President, Councillor Bill Barnhill, following a decision by Leeton Shire Council to establish the Shire's first tourist information centre. Mr. Dallitz has lived in Leeton for 22 years, most of which he spent as an officer of the Water Resources Commission. In recent years, he has been involved in public relations for the Commission, including hosting visitors through the Murrumbidgee irrigation area and preparing publicity material. Mr Dedalus was a top Australian rules player for Leeton and also represented South West League in the Code. 2 years ago, he was awarded the Australian Rules' highest administrative honour, the VCFL Recognition of Services Medallion. Wade Shire Councillor Bernie Cudmore has been elected chairman of the Western Riverina Community Library Committee. Shire Clerk Mr Moore reported on the inaugural meeting of the committee to the most recent meeting of council. The committee meeting was held on May the 25th. Mr Moore said Councillor Cudmore had been elected unopposed and Carrathool delegate Councillor Hefferman had been elected deputy chairman. He said a conference had been arranged with the representative of Leeton and Narrandera Shires and had shown an interest in becoming cooperative members of the committee. The conference will be held in Leeton Shire Council chambers at 10 a.m. on June the 21st. Wade Shire Council has given its engineer authority to start survey work for the realignment of the Griffith-Darlington Point Road. The Department of Main Roads has approved Council's proposed realignment through Farm 1057 at Willabridgie. Notice of approval came from the Minister for Local Government, Mr Jensen. It is hoped that the survey work will start next week. The Shire engineer, Mr Hoare, recommended he be given authorisation to appoint a surveyor to start surveying the road alignment and proposed resumptions. Well, that's all we have for you tonight in Channel 9 News, but do stay tuned. We have the weather conditions coming up very shortly.
Protein, the vital part of our daily diet. Increase your family's intake with Sunwise Promax, now in the new blue plastic bag. Promax now joins the milk loaf, toast loaf and wholemeal loaf. Promax is starch reduced, ideal for the weight conscious. The handy 450 gram size, great for young married or elderly couples. A fresh loaf more often with less waste. Sunwise, the bread that's made naturally. No artificial colouring, no artificial additives. Watch for the loaf with the sun.
And now it's time for Graham Stevenson's weather report.
Now on Channel 9, let's have a look at the local weather details. Firstly, the maximum and minimums for today. Lake Angelico, a top of 16 degrees and a low of 2 degrees. Griffith, a top of 16, a low of 3. No maximum recorded in Hay and a low of 5 degrees. Hillston, a top of 17 degrees today.
And here's an offer from C that'll make you and your accountant happy. Buy 20 litres of Valbazin and for the price of the drench alone, get a Stockman's Record and Directory which normally costs $15. You'll be happy with Valbazin's effectiveness. Your accountant will be happy with your complete, accurate records thanks to your Stockman's Record and Directory. Only from your CRT local bloke.
If it is required, then call a name on 62144. A 24-hour counselling service is available.
She's gonna know. It's probably written all over my face.
Do you need any printing done? From place cards to placards, from receipt books to tickets, the Area News Job Printing Department does it all, and does it well. They have the largest range of printing equipment in town, as well as a large, highly skilled staff. You wouldn't buy a new car without shopping around, so why buy your printing that way? Next time you need something printed, check the rest, then come see the best. The Area News will give you an obligation-free quote. You could be pleasantly surprised. The Area News, more than just your local newspaper.
Monday to Friday on Channel 9, The Mike Walsh Show begins your viewing in the best possible way. With a clever mixture of excitement and humour, Mike keeps everything completely entertained. But that's not all. With regular guests like Dr. Wright and a band leader like Jeff Harvey, as well as the varied and interesting people he interviews day by day, the show is complete. See it on MTN 9 at noon every weekday.
Are you watching the soapers again?
7, it's Willisy at 7. At 7:30, continuing story of Against the Wind.
When I hold you, it feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long.
It's time.
For your weekly stock market report.
Good evening and welcome to the Channel 9 Stock Market Report. The Griffith Associated selling agents conducted their usual fat stock sales this week, commencing with the cattle market on Wednesday, when there was a total yarding of 771 head and comprises 130 cows, 9 bulls, 632 steers, yearlings and vealers. This was 78 head more than the last sale. Quality of the yarding was only fair, with a large number of unfinished young cattle coming forward. These met with restricted competition and prices fell by up to $30 per head. However, number 4 grade steers and local trade cattle remained in the seller's favour and were firm on last week's offering. The quotations: medium number 4 steers, $332 to $356. Light number 4 steers, $250 to $300. Medium number 4 steer vealers, $284 to $306.50. Light number 4 steer vealers, $244 to $276. Number 3 steer vealers, $166 to $200. Medium number 4 heifer vealers, $292 to $302. Light number 4 heifer vealers, $200 to $240. Light number 3 heifer vealers, $146 to $180. Heavy number 4 cows, $340 to $368.50. Medium number 4 cows, $296 to $330. Medium number 3 cows, $220 to $268, and medium bulls to $410. In the sheep section today, there was a lighter yarding of 9,771 head, which was 1,942 less than the last week, and comprised 4,764 suckers, 3,650 old lambs and hoggets, and 1,357 grown sheep. Quality showed a marked improvement, and there were many lines of fresh medium-weight suckers on offer. Competition was strong for all grades, and we thought that the market was $1 to $1.50 dearer for suckers and very firm for old lambs and grown sheep. The quotations: medium weight suckers, $21 to $22.35. Light weights, $19 to $20.65. Bare shorn suckers to $18.85. Light weight number 3 suckers, $16.85 to $17.95. Heavy woolly Dorset lambs, $21.90 to $24.95. Medium weights, $19 to $21. Crossbred woolly lambs, $18.85 to $21. Autumn shorn lambs, $18.80 to $21.35. Woolly crossbred hoggets, $18.50 to $23. Full wool merino wethers to $24. July shorn merino wethers, $16 to $20. And full shorn merino ewes to $19.95. July shorn merino ewes to $16.50. May shorn crossbred ewes, $17 to $19. And full wool merino rams to $29.65. That concludes this evening's stock market report.
Again at the same time next week on Channel 9 for the stock market report.
The MIA Produce Report, presented by Mario Guerra.
Looking at the market report, carrots, 7,600. The market...
Good morning, Stephen. Hi, I see everything's in order. This is of executives taking a tour of our radio station.